Hello YouTube. Today you are going to learn how to play Mario Bros multiplayer for 3 people, not just 2. The reason I'm making this video is because like you guys, I was looking up how to do this on YouTube and I could not find it. So I had to learn on my own, and although it's not really hard to understand, I just was having problems figuring it out. So I just want to kind of help you guys out if you guys are also struggling like I did. So step 1 in doing multiplayer for 3 people, you're gonna need 3 Game Boys. Wow, really? You're gonna need 3 Game Boys. Yes, that's probably a pretty obvious step. And then step 2, you're gonna need the multiplayer cables. Here they are, multiplayer cables. I know they're different, but I'll explain. And I also want to explain the cords because sometimes they can be confusing. So, what you're gonna need to know is that this skinny cord is player 1 and the fat cord is player 2. The same thing for this cord. The skinny cord is player 1, and the fat cord is player 2. Okay? Makes sense? Player 1, they're the ones that, when you play for 2 people, this is the one that controls it. And this is the same for 3 people and 4 people. Number 1 controls all the settings and sets it up. So, and a lot of these cords, link cables, they come with this little box at the end. At least, I don't know. Some do. And when they have this little box, that means you can add another multiplayer cable in order to do more than 1 or 2 players. More than 2 players, not more than 1. Gosh. Okay. So that's where this one comes in. This cord is actually, it has 2 purposes. It's for GameCube and for Game Boy. But we're doing Game Boy today. So, you're going to want to take this skinny one. Since we can't have 2 1 players, we can't have player 1 and player 1. We got to get rid of this extra player 1. And since it's the only one that can actually fit in that little little port, you're going to have to plug it in. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to plug it in. Ready, steady, and it's in. Okay. And another thing, just to make sure you guys know, these GameCube to Game Boy multiplayer cords, they have a little switch that says GameCube and Game Boy. So just make sure that the Game Boy switch is on, because when I was trying to videotape this the last time, it didn't work because I had on the GameCube one. So just an FYI. Okay, so what did we learn today? This is player 1, this is player 2, and this is player 3. Because it's player 3 because it's the one that got connected in. So that one is now player 3. So to make it easy on myself, I'm going to color code it by making the blue Game Boys player 3 and player 2, and I'm going to make the red Game Boy player 1. And of course, if you want to do multiplayer 3 people for Mario Bros, make sure that you have 3 games that have the Mario Bros game on it. For instance, these aren't the same games, but they both have Mario Bros, so that's why I can do it. So just make sure you have 3. It may work with 2 cartridges, but I'd suggest getting 3. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in. This is player 1 now, the red one, and it's nice and in there. And then I'm going to do it for this one. Nice and in there, okay, bam. And then it's in this one, bam. I'm going to turn down the sound for these blue guys, just because I don't want so much racket. And I'm going to boot up this little, not boot up, but, turn on the red one. Turn on this blue one. And turn on this blue one. Absolutely. Okay. So, first off, you're going to want to make sure that each of these are on their multiplayer screen. Just make sure it has the multiplayer part. Okay, so now we're going to set it up on number 1. And now I'm going to click multiplayer. Now, this is important. So, player 1 has to click multiplayer, then player 2 has to click multiplayer, then player 3 has to click multiplayer. Do it in that order. 1, 2, 3. Don't do it out of order or else it probably won't work. So, I'm going to go, and I got to make sure that these don't leave their screens. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, because I did bam, 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 now, notice player 3 is now in. And now, I can set it up by clicking start. Notice this is the one that's in control, and these ones are waiting on the main control. I can click classic or battle. And then I can choose all the easy, or if hard, or normal, or fireball, no, and then I can click start when I'm ready. And then you'll notice yellow Mario, red Mario, and green Mario. And yeah, and then that's how it works. And then you're in. And all of them are there, see? Red, yay, green, and yellow. And then I guess a blue Mario will appear if you have a 4-player. But that is the tutorial for how to do 3 players Mario Bros. Hope that helped.